is Mental Monday. I'm sorry I'm so late posting today. Today was like so long. Mondays are like my only off day, and I still am like way behind schedule with everything. Um, so I do apologize about that, but I am here for Mental Monday. Before we start, I would like you all to please stop what you're doing and press subscribe so that you do not miss any of the awesome videos that I have coming up this week. My schedule is so full as far as clients is concerned, so there will be a lot of hair videos this week. So make sure you press subscribe. And I'll go ahead and get right into it today with my Mental Monday. First of all, I just want to take a moment and pour out some hand for the Mental Monday from last week because I had some copyright issues and it got deleted. So it doesn't exist anymore. And I made a mistake of deleting the original videos permanently. So I wasn't even able to like go back and take the music off and repost it. So it's like all the way gone. I'm so sorry because it was so much good stuff in that video, and I hope it reached who it needed to reach, but it is gone. So today I'm coming to you all, and this Mental Monday I feel is more special because it's kind of like we're starting all over again. And I had all this stuff written out, and I took all these notes. I mean, like last week, I took all these notes of what I was going to talk about today. And like all day, I just couldn't find myself with the will to shoot the video for it. And it's like everything I wanted to say, it's like my brain was just scrambled. And I kept saying, God, you know, like I made a promise that I would do this because so many people talk to me about creating a narrative for us women. And I was like, I really need to shoot this video. But I was like scrambled eggs, and I would read over my notes, and it just was like, no, it just doesn't, it feels forced. And I don't like things that feel forced. I want it to be organic. So instead today, what I feel like I was led to talk about would be transparency, because over the past week I've seen a lot across several social media platforms about just being transparent. There seems to be a group of people who are almost offended or uncomfortable by us who are transparent in our life journeys, in our ups and our downs and things like that. And it made me think about a conversation that I had about just how we are always taught to be quiet, kind of always put on a happy face. And I'm sorry y'all, I'm doing this video with no makeup on. I put on a little lipstick, but so I feel a little self-conscious, which is another transparent moment. I can be highly like analytical of myself. But so if you see me looking back and forth, it's because I'm trying to make sure I don't look weird because I didn't put on any makeup today. But anyway, so I noticed that people are uncomfortable about us being transparent, and it made me think about just going back into our family structures as women, how we are kind of always taught to kind of be quiet and be hush-hush about the things that we deal with, the problems that we face. We're kind of taught to be quiet about those things, even as small children. And I know it's not only within the Black family structure, but I can only relate to one family structure since I am a Black woman. And just going all the way down to when children experience certain things, so our grandmothers, aunts, mothers, etc., you know, we're always taught, you know, be quiet about it, whether it's sexual abuse that happens. And I hate to go like so deep so fast, but that's just a real thing, you know, whether it's sexual abuse that happens or physical abuse that happens, we're always taught to kind of like be quiet about it. And so I read a status, and I almost responded to the status, but then I decided not to, because I realized, you know, everybody has a right to feel however they feel. They have a right to process anything however they process it, to say whatever they want to say. But we have to be careful about telling people who have gone through certain traumatic things to be quiet about it. And the reason for that is you don't know who is going to be healed by your transparency. You don't know what young girl is going to avoid an abusive relationship or avoid suicide even by you being someone that they look up to, being transparent about your flaws and your mistakes in life. And we have a lot of people, and I spoke on this a little bit in the previous Mental Monday about drug and alcohol use, and a correlation came in my mind about um, suicide and alcohol abuse and drug abuse and depression, and how it seems like there's a trigger in the young society now for these three things. And it's really sad, and we have to be careful when we always want to portray perfection to the world, especially with social media, Facebook and Instagram. It seems like you scroll all day every day and all you see is people that seem to have it all together. They have the amazing careers, they have the amazing lives, husbands, wives, children, jobs are awesome, houses are awesome, and we kind of give these false perceptions. We have these false perceptions about our own lives, that our lives are supposed to be perfect or they're supposed to be in a certain place. When really behind closed doors, people are really going through some horrendous things that they'll never open up about. And so it kind of creates a domino effect, and you have these children who are falling into deep depression because they're trying to have lives that don't even really exist. And I feel like it's our job as the older generation to be more transparent with the youth and with ourselves and even our peers. I feel like there should be a safe place where you can openly talk about the things you have gone through to people who may also be going through that, and create a dialogue so that you can prevent someone else from falling off the ledge, because people are facing battles day in and day out. And I can remember being so afraid of how people perceive me as a person, that I really battled with anxiety very, very bad. And I was always so hypersensitive. I just walked around with like this chip on my shoulder, and like any little thing that somebody said to me, it like broke me down, it crumbled me. And that's because I wasn't being open and I wasn't being honest. And I was painting this picture like I was perfect, but in reality I had so much stuff that I was dealing with that was kind of breaking me down, but I wasn't being real about it. So there are people out there who will try to nitpick you and break that facade of perfection, and they'll tell you apart just to be able to say, see, I told you you weren't perfect, So it's important that we're always transparent with what we're dealing with. Don't give people any ammunition. Don't let people create their own narrative for you. If you're struggling with something, I'm not saying you have to, do like me and create a YouTube channel or write a status on Facebook or make a post on Instagram. But if you're dealing with something, have those safe spaces where you can talk about it. And you never know like whose life you may change or whose life you may save by just being honest about what you're going through. So Mental Monday is not me trying to be anyone's counselor or psychiatrist. There are people who I respect greatly who have gone to school and paid lots of money and who are probably still paying Sally Mae to hold those titles. But it's more so a safe place for you all to come and give me topics and ideas, and for me to give you it just general advice based off the things that I have gone through. That's the point of Mental Monday series, to create a place of dialogue for women who look like me, who young girls who are growing into what I am now. There are women facing everything that you can think of. Don't ever feel like you're alone in anything that you're going through. Don't ever feel like there's nobody to talk to. You can inbox me privately. You can reach out to, they have different hotlines and things that you can call and you can reach out to. But there is nothing wrong with being transparent. And for those of us who are transparent, don't let anybody make you feel like you can't tell your story, or you need to be quiet, or you need to withhold the things you're going through, because I promise you, God has a purpose for every single thing, and there is a reason why you went through those things, and that reason is to touch other people. And I really hope that as you all follow this series, and as you all keep giving me more suggestions on things that you want to talk about on this series, I hope that you know that I'm always going to come to you from a transparent place, and it's a genuine place, not to exalt myself, but to show you, like, through all of my flaws and imperfections, something beautiful became of that. And that beautiful thing is emotional health. I have not dealt with any type of anxiety attacks or even depression, bouts of depression, since I've kind of opened up and just being completely myself 100%. A lot of my emotions have balanced out greatly, and I know that's because I'm finally honest with myself that I have a lot of things that I'm working on within myself, but there's also a lot of lessons and wisdom that have come with all the nasty, ugly things that I've gone through. So today for Mental Monday, what I want you to take from that is just be unapologetically yourself, and don't let anyone make you feel like you're wrong for being who you are. It's the purpose for everything, and it's the purpose for you. Thank you. See you all next Monday. Bye.